Okay, so looks like I'm live. Let me see here. Okay, hold on 1 second. Try to go to my account and just try to look at see if there actually will be people in the chat or not. YouTube, my internet's being stupid at the moment, so just try to look at the. All right, and there I am. Okay, it doesn't say anyone's watching at the moment. That's okay. What I want to do is just pretty much these live streams are going to serve no purpose other than for me to do reviews on something. And today I'm going to review Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is an anime. Oh, looks like someone's watching now. Okay. Which Neon Genesis Evangelion is a anime or manga series. You can, well, I guess it kind of was originally a manga at first, but honestly, I gotta say, when I first wanted to get into anime, I didn't really know what to think. I just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't really think it would be something I would really enjoy. But there has been some that I really like. The first one I watched was called Kaji, which I enjoyed. I don't really remember a whole lot from it. Another one I really like is Paranoia Agent, Serial Experiments Lane. But Neon Genesis Evangelion is one that really caught my attention. And you know how much I love A Clockwork Orange. You can already see I have that calendar in the background. Neon Genesis Evangelion is probably the only work of fiction that's, I guess, not music, I guess, like in, I guess, visual form, I guess, that would even compare to my liking of A Clockwork Orange, which I do like A Clockwork Orange more than Neon Genesis Evangelion, but just both the manga and the anime are both works of genius. And also, by the way, further warning, there may be some spoilers here, so I'm going to try to bring up some stuff about the story and hopefully, I don't know, just if you haven't already seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, so just click out. But anyway, so now with I've just read the whole manga. I just read the whole thing just today, just like a little bit ago, and I watched the anime like a couple of years ago. I remember really enjoying it, but I do kind of remember there were some things I didn't completely like understand all the way through, but I kind of understand a lot more now, like perfectly, now that I read the manga. But anyway, so the thing with this, what I really, really like about this series is that the thing is, it's just, I mean, it is a mecha. It's technically like a dystopian, a post-apocalyptic, like kind of mecha, you could kind of say, and people would think, oh, it's just going to be a bunch of robots fighting. That's not the case with this. Like, this thing is like so good at making you like have like really hate a character, and then when you find out more about their backstory and all that stuff and like who they are as a person, you kind of end up liking them. It's kind of, in some of it, it's kind of back and forth. Like, say, Shinji's father, you kind of hate him at first and you kind of like him, then you hate him again. But like, I don't know, like the character Rei Ayanami, I would be the character I like the most out of it, I'd probably say. But that's the thing. It's just very, very good at making you dislike a character, like them again. It's very good at like, there's so much stuff, like there's characters that will die that you just would not expect to die. There's a lot of things that would happen and you wouldn't expect to happen, but they do. And even if it is unexpected, it still makes sense when it does. If that makes sense, I guess. All right, whoever's watching, you can comment, unless that's me who's watching and I'm just, YouTube counts that because they're dummies. All right, now anyway, so now I'm gonna go on to Rei. Like the main, I'll talk about Shinji first. Shinji is technically the main character. The thing with him, his backstory, he's kind of like he basically, his father is kind of like the commander of NERV, like the facility that has the Avas, which are like kind of the mecha machines, and they fight off like these kind of giant monsters called angels, basically. And with basically Shinji, he lives with his uncles, and I don't think I think it kind of explores the relationship he had with his uncle and aunt, which probably didn't really satisfy him anyway. But he doesn't live with his father. His mother passed away, and his father works at the facility, so he technically gets to see him every day. But he has a very big distaste for his father, and his father clearly doesn't care for him either. But basically, this woman Misato, she's kind of the person who kind of takes care of him. She was someone who worked there. But the thing, they grow kind of like a mother-father, mother-son like relationship. She basically becomes his guardian. And one thing I actually thought the anime did better with that. I personally prefer the anime over the manga, but one thing I really think the anime did better is how Misato convinced Shinji to stay at her home. Because in the manga, it was just he was just throwing a fit. In the anime, he was like, "Oh, it's okay. I can stay alone. I'm used to it. I'm used to being alone." So she just feels sorry for him and lets him stay at her home. But the thing is that Misato has also lost her father, has lost her father and her family. She lives alone, so it's clearly something she can relate to. And with Rhea, and interesting about her is a lot of people would kind of think she almost seems like she doesn't have any personality, and that's kind of the point. Is here's a really big spoiler. Rey is a clone of Shinji's mother. Yep, that's a big spoiler. But anyways, now basically what I find interesting about with Rei Ayanami, she is a clone of Shinji's mother, and the thing is she's meant to not have a personality. She's kind of meant to only have any type of almost like what's the word, like any type of feelings or care for Shinji's father, basically. But she eventually starts kind of having like feelings for Shinji, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if it's the word. Like, she kind of ends up caring for him because he's caring to her. And later, she ends up kind of getting a very big distaste for Shinji's father. But one thing I actually think is a little weird. This is a little weird. It kind of does hint that I think Rei Ayanami likes Shinji, which I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of hinted in the manga that she does kind of feel some sort of romantic interest towards him. I don't know if he gives that back, which is kind of weird. I'm glad it never explored that topic very well. I mean, there is some romance in both this manga and the anime, but it doesn't really completely explore it that well, unless it's besides Misato and Kaji, which Kaji was originally Asuka's guardian, but Misato and Kaji were former lovers, and they kind of reunite when they meet again. And yeah, Asuka, she's another really popular character in the series. She's originally from Germany. Like, I think she was born in Japan, but she was raised in Germany, and then she began back in Japan, I guess. Now, anyway, so the thing is, when I first watched the anime, I hated Asuka. I didn't get why people liked her so much. I just thought she was super annoying and stuff like that. But reading the manga again, she's actually one of my favorite characters now. Like, I think she's probably my second favorite in the whole series now. And the reason why I say that, though, is because she's meant to be almost like portrayed as someone who's very kind of, I don't know, selfish, just annoying, kind of stuff like that. But the thing is, if you really look into her backstory, as it kind of reveals, she's had a really, really, really bad childhood in life. Like, her mother supposedly was not only, I think it's kind of hints she was abusive towards her, but she also, well, I think in the anime she hung herself, but it is canon that her mother passed away, and that she was also raised for foster parents, which I think she also did not have any type of. Well, I think it's kind of says that she didn't really have any type of feeling care for them, which is kind of hinted, I guess. Well, the fact that she kind of went to there without any what's the word, without hesitation, I guess. But well, I don't know what's the word. I guess she. All right, I'm being weird. Okay, she does care for Kaji. I think she does have a crush on Kaji, but Kaji does not have the feelings back for her, which is good. But all right, hope this isn't going to be a cringe fest. This is kind of weird. Okay, but I thought I had a lot to say. But he's here. The thing is, what I'm trying to get at, there's a lot of really unexpected twists and turns. There's a lot of like really kind of very heartfelt or sad moments. Like it's very good at making you feel sorry for a character and also just making you. I mean, it can make you smile. It can make you sad. It's kind of one of those things. And the thing with Rei and Shinji, I gotta admit, it's kind of like one of those things where it's bad to support something like that, but you kind of do anyway. Which I think it's kind of there was something also kind of between Shinji and Asuka, but it didn't really technically fully explore that either. But I think it kind of was hinted there might have been something between them, but I don't know. That, overall, there's not really any type of romantic relationship Shinji gets. But one thing there actually was this one guy. I forgot his name. He was like this guy. He was like who turned out to be an angel, but he was supposed to be a child. Like basically, oh yeah, I better explain this. So they choose children, the pilot, the Avas and Nerve, like they choose teenagers and such. And I completely forgot the reason, but I believe it's because they can learn something like that at a very young age and kind of bring it, like kind of fully explore it into their adult age is what I believe. They kind of pick a random people in this one city, basically, called Tokyo 3. And also the anime and the manga both take place in the year 2015, I believe. But let me see here. I'm pretty well. This character, I think on the manga, Shinji kind of hated him throughout the whole thing. Where in the anime, he kind of became really good friends with him. But the character is I think he's an angel, but he's gay. I'm pretty sure, and kind of has like an affection for Shinji, and Shinji does not. But take that affection back. Let me see what it is. Hold on. Also one thing I might bring up is kind of looking back at this, I kind of can see the influences it's had on a lot of not only anime, just a lot of animation in general, even video games and even movies in general. So say like one thing, I don't know, I remember when I was younger, I really liked the Sonic series and I liked the character Shadow a lot. And one thing I kind of think is that I feel like the character Shadow might have actually been based upon Rei Ayanami, I kind of feel. That makes sense. Just I don't know, because was kind of facilitated like in a lab and he's a clone and everything. So I guess it's possible. And I don't know, when Terminator 2 Judgment Day, it's probably a coincidence, but the one thing I actually thought was kind of similar, if you've seen the second Terminator, is the fact that like Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, when he's put there, he's kind of doesn't have any human emotions, kind of like Rei Ayanami doesn't. But he ends up protecting like the person he's meant to protect, almost in a father-son way, which I really doubt that. I mean, yeah, 1991, that's when that movie came out, and the manga came out in 1993. So it definitely was not an influence. It just kind of happened to be a coincidence that they kind of had a similar plot with the two characters, I suppose. I mean, I can't name everything this thing is influenced, but there has been a lot. This thing has been a very big impact on the animation industry, and I guess you can kind of say the film industry, if that makes sense. And actually, one thing if you want to check out, there's a really good grindcore album called "The Inalienable Dreamless" by Discordance Access, which is my favorite grindcore album of all time. And there's actually a lot of the stuff kind of takes reference to Neon Genesis Evangelion, I believe, which is cool, I suppose. It's widely regarded as a masterpiece in the grindcore genre. It's a good album if you're into heavy, really, really heavy metal music like that. Or it's kind of lo-fi as well. It's not like Pig Destroyer where it's not lo-fi. The album is kind of lo-fi, so it's kind of like with Napalm Death, where their grindcore's music's kind of lo-fi. But anyways, we're getting off topic now. Let me see if I have anything else to say. Let me see here. I'm thinking of watching the anime again. I only watched it all the way through once. I'm gonna try to watch the movie and the anime again. And let me see here. And I'm excited to do that because I remember I really enjoyed the manga when I read it again. I remember really enjoying the anime. I'm excited to watch it again. And let me see. Might try to cut this off. I don't think there's anything else I can really say. Hold on 1 second. Let me see here. Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, I think I'm all right. I don't think I really need to say much more. Okay. Okay. Yep. Thank you for watching. The one person who actually was watching, which is probably me. And all right, if you're not me, how about you say something, dude? Say something, whatever you want, into the chat. Say whatever you want, and I'll read it out. All right, I'll give you 10 seconds to type something. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're lost, man. Sorry. All right. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day, and see ya, I guess.